to Project Zomboid Season 2, Episode 6? Yeah. I'm still out here at night, clearing a path and firing my infinite slingshot of doom. There we go. Not much here. I think this is what I'm looking for. If I remember correctly, this is either the the construction site or the yeah, this is construction site, so I need to go a little bit more north. And my guy's apparently exhausted. Let's take this out. Slingshot's really useful, actually, because it's silent. Ooh, beta blockers. I actually don't need those. The way my guy's built, panic doesn't affect him, so that's, I guess, really not even useful. Those are wasted space. I guess I can have them for just having a medical kit, but really, those are kind of useless. That's not where I need to go. I actually just need to go a little bit further north. And killing undead is actually useful because... oh. I need to replace my bandage, and I can't see. Disinfect rag 1. Come on, disinfect 1 rag. Why can't I remove that? Dirty bandage. I would like to remove it. Or, I guess I can't? Huh. It's interesting. Actually, I think that turnoff was where I needed to be. Because this is the prison. That's where I was going. But apparently there's some undead around here. I heard him in the bushes. Another thing I can actually start making is bows, or bows and arrows. Now this area should be forageable, which means that we can actually, using a lot of our exhaustion, we can use that to, actually I can run. It won't hurt anything now. I actually gotta confirm that the whatchamacallit, the prison's here. Because occasionally it doesn't spawn. And if it doesn't spawn, well then, there's no real point to going up here. Usually after a really open field, like this one, there should be a prison. And I'm not seeing it, so we may have not gotten it to spawn this time. I can actually confirm. See you in a minute. I will be right back. Yes, unfortunately, the prison is not spawning, which is sad, because it would have spawned directly after the road. So I'm just basically going to get my athletic skill up. Oh well. But yeah, one of the main reasons I was going to be working at the lumberyard was because I wanted to go to the prison and clear that out. But apparently it's not going to be spawning. May I confirm that the prison did not spawn. Which is actually annoying, because prison's one of the mods I added specifically because it's useful. But yeah, directly after that cutoff area, it should actually remove some of this concrete stuff, or this asphalt, and that indicates whether or not the prison has spawned. And I didn't know that, but yeah. Okay, let's eat. Chips again. I know I have the MRE, but I'm going to try to save this because this is actually pretty important. I'm going to put that in the cotton candy area. And really, there's no point to going over here because actually, he's downed. I don't know if he's dead. Okay, he's dead. I'm just gonna keep firing. Whether it kills him or not is completely up to random. Okay. They're both dead. And none of them really has anything worthwhile. I actually did go too far north. Really, there is no point going this far north at this point because the prison is not spawning. Now there is another area that's far north. It's New Denver, but really the only road that goes there is not this way. So no point in being over here. Good news is the athletic skill is going to be going up, which you can see here. Athletic is somewhere over here. Crafting, firearms. Oh, sprinting. My blunt maintenance is actually getting better. Firearms is going up, by the way. You can tell it's going up. If I can actually get out of this, I would really like to have that moved over there so I can actually show people. Every successful hit causes that to go up a little bit. Okay, confirmed it's dead. Ooh, I got a normal hiking bag, which actually is useful, but not right now. Remove that. I have the hammer in my inventory, which is not helpful at all. I can also remove these bandages. This sterilized bandage should be useful later, but right now I don't have a use for it. That goes back to the logging company. This area does apparently get swarmed quite frequently again, so we'll likely be dealing with undead. I'm pretty sure I did not kill you. Yeah. Equipment primary. Making sure he didn't just scratch me again. Yeah, try to avoid letting crawlers live. Ooh, okay, so he had a gun on him and some ammunition. Just a handful of rounds, nothing too severe, but yeah, he did try to follow me through the bushes and didn't quite make it. Okay, now I'll just stomp you out. There we go. I guess we can go clear out the lumberyard, which will be our primary source of wood until we actually need to move over to the forests. I can actually get my athletics skill up right up until about this point, at which point I need to stop for a bit because I need to be able to swing here. And stomp him out. There we go. I'm gonna start taking money just for no real reason, honestly. Really, one of the main reasons I can do that is could have sworn that this was the area. I can actually check, keeping an eye out. Yep. Oh, I know why. I messed up. Well, I didn't really mess up. It just didn't go the right way. Because the logging camp is literally just on the other side of these woods. And I don't want to walk through the woods because, for obvious reasons, I can't really see beyond a certain distance. I have to pause again for a minute. Okay, I'm back. Ugh. I had to go put my dog in my kennel, or in the kennel, because she was causing problems. She's still actually not even 2 years old yet. I've been training her pretty well, but some days she just does not want to listen. Okay. Now, this is the logging camp. To note, there is very rarely anything in here. When there is, there's obviously relative hazard, but usually you'll only find them further south and sometimes in this area. Though this is an open area, so you might come across wandering zombies. From what I know, there's very few. And you may notice all these little log piles. Each one of them has anywhere from 2 to, I think, 8. Including these large ones. Or, I guess the large ones don't have anything. Huh. I know these ones do. They have anywhere from 2 to 8 logs in each one of them. Which is odd that I'm not seeing anything here. There. Apparently it's the smaller ones only. To date, I've only seen 2 zombies in this entire area. But whenever there's potential of being murderized, you should always be careful, because your character only has one life. Usually what I see is that the zombies are either in this one very small building, and you can see them in the window, which I don't see one there, and doesn't look like there's one in there, so, and then you'll see one you'll usually see 2 potentially in here, and 1 in each one of these. There's also a couple storage areas down there that potentially have some. Quickly scan around. Looks safe. And funny enough, those porta potty things tend to be locked, which is, I don't know why they would do that, honestly. By the way, undead cannot crawl over these fences, making them actually rather safe. Come on. I would like to move. With a bit of speed here. Now there are occasionally also a couple up here. And usually there are people, there are undead that walked in through there. Other than that, I don't usually see anything here. And from what I've seen, I don't see any undead here. Okay. I think we're actually pretty clear. Yeah. Seems pretty clear. Oh, looks like I'm dehydrated. I could check in here, but honestly it's just easier to let them fight, break the door down, because they're usually locked anyway. Fill canteen. There we go. And let's loot. Not much here, but this area is actually a really good place to make camp. And I just happen to have 2 sheets. Add a sheet. Close curtains. Add a sheet. And close curtains. Turn on the light. And now we're good. The empty stapler. But yeah, you can actually usually sleep in here, and this is actually really close to the town. Or, it's not too close, but it's close enough that you don't usually need to worry about a lot of things. We're gonna go loot some of those crates now. Actually, it wouldn't be too bad to start storing things here. I would advise actually against storing things in the trash can out here because you'd have to exit the building. I would actually use these filing cabinets. Wow, it's actually got some ammo in it already. And we have 45? Yep, we got 45 ACP. Eject magazine. Did it go into my main inventory? Yes. I can unload that. Just for fun. Because now I have a full clip. Reload. And insert magazine. Good. Now I really don't need it on hand, so I'm just going to store it in here. But just in general, you want to have a lot of things here. And actually, I can store pretty much everything here, including sodas, newspapers, magazines. Most of this stuff won't be needed. The saw I'm going to keep for now. It probably wouldn't hurt to have a full set here. I don't need water right now, so move that, move that. Don't need the duct tape, don't need the cigarettes, don't need the box of tissues, as I'm not sick. I do need some paper clips because of course I'm probably going to run into stuff I need to be able to open. That dart knife, I know it does a lot of damage. The empty bottle's useless. Hunting knife, I only need really 1 knife. Only need 1 of those. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need the military equipment. Don't need the newspapers. Pens and pencils. Don't need that many screwdrivers, honestly. And I don't need the sheets. At least not for right now. We're just trying to unload a lot of this equipment because right now it's not very useful. And we need plenty of space to start looting. And all these canned foods, I would always suggest carrying a can opener on you, because if you end up in a house and you need to eat, it's a cheap alternative to having to search for something that is easily openable. I also don't need this chalk. Really don't need that. Honestly, I'm just going to put most of this equipment in here. Don't need that small flashlight. Don't need the tissue. Don't need the orange sodas. Don't need the ripped sheets. Don't need the tweezers. Tweezers are only really useful if you have glass in your skin. Don't need the $50, and I don't really need the gun. I really just want to have the space to equip. Oh yeah, I don't need these BBs apparently. And I don't. Oh, I got one sterilized bandage, which is pretty much the main thing I need. That condition has barely gone down, which is pretty impressive. I'll store that in there. The MRE, I have plenty of food, so yeah. It's actually best if I start running around now. Occasionally there are zombies that spawn on the outside areas. Usually they're not a threat, and I would not consider them a threat, honestly. Cardboard boxes are useful, eyedroppers. Those are useful. I thought these were useful, but apparently they're not needed. Tarps. Let's see. Trial. Trial. An ice chest. Really only useful for food, but I'm pretty sure I don't need that. That pallet of red bricks. It's tempting. Ooh. I thought I had the sudden sounding of there might be an undead nearby. And it terrified me. Wooden toolbox. Really the only reason I have toolboxes is just because I like to store my tools in them. Lighter, nails, box of nails, tarp, wood glue, cardboard box. Cardboard boxes are actually very useful because they store a decent amount of equipment and they're really light. You can actually box them back up into a stack, which I think has 10 of them in it. You can also unpack them. I'm pretty sure you could just pack these back up. Oh, it's because it went to this inventory. Unpack them. Okay, it stores 12 of them, and I guess I can't pack them back up, but oh well. Again, they're not really heavy or anything, so. Till next time, if you enjoy watching, like and subscribe for more. Have a good day. See you in the next episode. And I have to probably plan and I will see about gathering the resources around here. See you next time. Thank you for watching. And remember, all shall subscribe to the one true King.